Welcome to this training course on setting up your personalized blog as well as getting a personalized email address so that you can use that such places as LinkedIn to set up your business account. The first thing that you're going to do is go to the Social Heroes website. And once you're at our website, we are socialheroes.com, click on Resources. Now these are all different companies that the Social Heroes like to use, and a lot of them give our fans special discounts. So scroll down to Bluehost. Now Bluehost is a great web hosting company. They have uptimes as high as 99.9%, so your blog site's very rarely, if ever, going to experience downtime. And the other cool thing is that when you use this link, you actually get a $2.04 a month savings. You can see their regular price is $5.99 a month, but when you use this affiliate link through Social Heroes, you do get a discount. Now, Bluehost does, in full disclosure, give the Social Heroes a little bit of a kickback for referring business to them, but you are not paying any additional money because of that. You're actually getting a better rate than you otherwise would have. So once you're at Bluehost, go ahead and click Get Started Now. And you can see here that they have 3 different plans that they're offering. Now, I believe that for what we're doing, for what most of our listeners are doing, the Plus package would be fine. Business Pro, that would be if you have quite a few users on your blog. And then the Starter would be if you're going to have a very basic site. Now, since I'm just doing this for purposes of training, I'm going to go ahead and sign up with the Starter because I already have a blog site. And there's no sense in me spending additional money for this training. So first, what you're going to want to do is pick your domain. Now, what I often suggest people do is if you are in a business such as real estate, mortgage broker, insurance agent, different things where you're branding yourself, it's always a great idea to brand your name as well. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Mike Schmizik, and I want the .com. If you wanted something different, here's how you check those. And hit next. Now you can see it says the domain MikeSchmizik.com is not available for registration. That's because that's my current blog. So you're going to probably run into this, especially if you have a more common name where you might have to get a little bit creative, maybe use your middle initial, different things like that, maybe put insurance at the end. So what I'm going to try now is do MichaelSchmizik.com. Hit next. And you can see that when I do Michael Schmizik, that domain is available. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with registering. Okay, and once you have all your information, scroll down to select some of the things that you might want. Now, like I said, I'm just doing this for instructional purposes, so this isn't really a website that I care to keep long term, so I'm going to change that to 12 months instead of locking in a 36 month. You can see the longer you're willing to lock in your rate, the better rate you get. I would suggest, most of us are in this business for the long haul, select the 36-month plan because search engines can see how long you've registered that domain for. The further out you have that domain registered for and the longer you consecutively own that domain, those things help your search engine optimization. Now, domain privacy protection, I'm going to uncheck that. Site backup, I'm going to uncheck that. And site lock security, I'm going to uncheck that as well. Now, the billing information, just type in your credit card information. Okay, check the box that you've read and understand and click submit. Now these are all different upgrades that you can select. Again, for what we're doing, I don't really think that these are necessary at this point. You're free to go through and look at these, but I'm not going to add any of these. Now it's also offering if you'd like to purchase additional domains. This can be a good idea if you're concerned that someone else might purchase michaelschmizik.co or .org or .net and maybe start to confuse the marketplace, but I'm not going to do that either. And hit complete. Okay, so they are sending a confirmation email to my email address, and the next thing that we do is create a password. One thing you can do is just click this password generator. It gives you a password and a passphrase. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. but it's going to obviously be a good idea for you to record this somewhere. Hit create. So now at this point, I suggest you just go ahead and I can do it myself versus do it for me, but click the green I can do it myself. Close. Alright, now the next thing that you're going to want to do is install WordPress. And if you scroll down, click Install WordPress, and then click Install. Now it defaulted my web address, and I can just hit Check Domain. Okay, and go ahead and click Install now. I'm going to close out this pop-up. And now we're just going to sit here and wait until the install is done. You can see the bar at the top is showing us the progress. Alright, so you can see here that the install is complete. So if you scroll down, if you haven't taken note of this yet, you can see that it says credentials. I'm going to go ahead and hit view. If I scroll down, you can see there's the URL for my website, there's the admin URL, and then there's also my username and my password to get in. So I'm going to take note of that password so I can log into my blog and make updates. So I wrote it down, and now I'm just going to copy this. Now if I click on the admin URL, this is what the login page is going to look like. So I'm going to type in the credentials from the previous page and my password and hit login. Now this is what essentially the back room of your WordPress site is going to look like. So to make your first post, you would go into Post, Add New, this is where you'd put the title. And once you have a blog that you want to share, you just simply hit Publish. And now I should be able to go to michaelschmizik.com. And you can see this is what it looks like right now. This is my first blog site. I have arrived. Now everything on this page is fully customizable, and in the next video we can show you some of the things that you can do to customize this website. At this point, we'd really like you to set up your blog by going to wearesocialheroes.com, finding the affiliate link for Bluehost, and setting that up, and you'll be blogging in no time.